Salutations, sensitive Sallies. Automatic here for Automatic Games. Thanks for joining me for Season 4, Episode 2 of our XCOM 2 series. In our previous episode, Bravo Squad deployed to Australia and discovered a psionic gate. We dismantled the gate, brought it back aboard the Avenger, and now Dr. Shen and Dr. Finnigan are investigating it. We anxiously await what they discover. On screen now, you're seeing Colonel Van Dorn. He's drinking alone in the Avenger Bar - Memorial. In fact, he's brooding, this because, well, where to start? I guess I should start by saying when the CEO of Pilgrim Private Securities, that is to say Mortull, came aboard the Avenger, an argument ensued as to the makeup of the future Echo Squad, Van Dorn arguing that he should take command of the squad. And Mortull took issue with that, saying that he had been commanding these men and women long before XCOM decided to renew their effort against Advent. And it was that argument, that these troops didn't need their hands held, that won the commander over. And the commander weighed in, basically stating that Van Dorn is not combat personnel, Van Dorn is administration. And so no, he will not be taken to the field with Echo Squad. In fact, Mortull will be commanding Echo Squad, and Echo Squad will be comprised of soldiers of Mortull's choosing. So yeah, Van Dorn's a little peeved, but let's turn our attention to the geoscape. Echo Squad is in fact on deck, and in fact, we already have a mission apparently. Advent is retaliating against a resistance cell located in West Africa. So we're going to go ahead and set course there. And yeah, we're going to get to see Echo Squad in action for the first time. Echo, as mentioned, is commanded by David Mortimer, codenamed Mortull. He'll be taking in a Skulljack and the Frost Bomb. He'll be joined in the field by Catherine Susbury, codenamed Sushikat. She's wearing the war suit with a built-in flamethrower. She's taking tracer rounds and an acid bomb. Bridget Michaels, codenamed Skeptic, taking in blue screen rounds and an EMP bomb. Autumn Durga, codenamed Stealer, taking a stasis vest and the mimic beacon. Thomas Trumpet, codenamed Titanium, taking in nano med kits and an EMP bomb. And finally, Finnigan Trollester, codenamed Fintroll, wearing the ray suit and taking in a battle scanner. There you have it, Echo Squad. Good luck down there. You may board when ready.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
Reading you loud and clear, begin your descent.
Word just came down. The aliens have amassed a huge force to strike one of the resistance outposts nearby, and those people desperately need any help we can provide them. We're going in to eliminate the enemy threat and secure the area.
Echo Squad sallies forth hoping to prove themselves, hoping to demonstrate to everyone else that they are as good as, if not better than, any other XCOM squad. And Senior Command is watching. They are anxious to see whether or not these men and women have what it takes. No one's watching as closely as the skeptical Colonel Van Dorn, and it seems that no matter what transpires in the back of his mind, he'll think that he could have done better. Now, it's time for Echo Squad and Mortull to prove the Colonel wrong. And my apologies for the laggy footage here, hopefully that subsides. Echo Squad is boots on the ground. Here we go. As a squad leader tends to do, Mortull's gonna lead the way. Activating run and gun, he will proceed up to this position here and usher this civilian to safety.
You're safe now! Go! 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 Advent troops!
We've got 3 contacts, 1 Berserker, 1 Stun Lancer, and 1 Trooper. The Berserker closes in. Mortull engages with Blade Storm, cuts into the beast. And now he's going to use rapid fire. That'll give him 2 shots, the first of which inflicts excellent damage. And the second finishes the monster. 2 on the grid. Sushikat is going to go for this elevated position atop this container. It doesn't afford her much cover, but if she's got a clean line of sight on any X-rays, she does. She's going to fire at that trooper. And you can't do much better than that. Excellent.
It's down.
Yeah, it is down. That leaves 1 stun lancer on the grid.
Heading to that location.
Skeptic's gonna move up for decent cover here. Actually, excellent cover. Kind of thought that would allow that civilian to be shepherded away, but it didn't. Titanium, formerly of Charlie Squad, takes cover. Autumn Durga, that is to say Stealer, moves up to this corner, and she is going to use Inspire on the man that, in essence, made it possible for her to take to the field. What Inspire will do is it will give Mortull an extra move. As to Fintroll, he's going to utilize his grappling hook, get on top of that container. He'll go for cover.
Moving to position.
And he'll go into Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Okay, only Mortull remains. He is going to try to skulljack this stun lancer. Hell yeah. Good deal. Yeah, well, damn. So Mortull's going to take a little feedback damage.
Not getting anywhere.
So much for our flawless victory, but nonetheless, that was a cool kill. And isn't that what matters in the end? No, it isn't, but come on. Throw the guy a bone here. Okay, so Fintroll is, he's gonna go for, kill zone. And he's gonna focus that zone over in the area just about where Mortull is in anticipation of any Advent forces encroaching on our positions. So in other words, Mortull's not going to move too far forward. He's hoping just to uncover some Advent, and I think he might have. Maybe not.
Advent troops here.
Yeah, he did. That's an officer there. And we've got more than just that. There's a Berserker. We've got 4 on the grid, at least.
Box.
Perhaps 5. Either way, we're going to cut down on that number as Fintroll opens fire. Scores a good hit. That was on the Advent officer. Gonna take another shot. It's a miss, and I don't even know what he was shooting at there. I guess it was a stun lancer.
Moving to Overwatch.
Mortull goes into Overwatch.
Roger that.
As to Skeptic, she's going to move forward, see if she's got a shot. And she does. Well, yeah, she's got a few targets.
Moving to Overwatch.
But she's going to go into Overwatch.
On the move.
Doing Overwatch because we know the Stun Lancer and Berserker will want to move forward. Now, as to Titanium, he's using Aid Protocol on Mortull since Mortull's current position is a bit exposed.
Okay.
Stealer's gonna move up. And let's see if she can use Insanity on one of these enemies. Yeah, she's gonna go for the officer. Damn.
Enemy is still up.
Yeah, that didn't work, but
Headed there
hey,
now.
you gotta try. Okay, so Sushikat took cover. She's gonna go ahead and launch an acid bomb. This'll kind of it'll serve as an obstacle and it will also hit a few of those guys. And so it does. Or at the very least, it hit the officer. Yeah, Advent's not going to want to run through that mess. Instead, they're going to want to get through that opening. If they do, they're going to encounter Blade Storm, courtesy of Mortull. Okay, so got a faceless on the grid. The officer continues to take acid burn damage. So far, so good, folks. Got something pretty far down range. Yeah, that was a Guardian, alright. Oh well, we are equipped to deal with Guardians. So, Mortull opens fire. So too does Fintroll. Fintroll scores some damage there. Damn, okay, chrysalids. Coming in towards Mortull. Mortull gets Blade Storm. The chrysalid, I don't know if it's confused by that, but it just used both moves. And in doing so, it spurred on another Blade Storm. That second one missed. Anyhow, we're gonna shift our focus over to, okay, what are we focused on here? Oh, I see. That chrysalid moved, but the game failed to show us the move. No missing footage, just glitchy. And one would suppose that Mortull entered into Blade Storm because now that chrysalid is severely wounded. And I'd hazard to guess that the chrysalid attacked Mortull and failed to hit. Now the officer is marking Sushikat. It appears that he's going to take a shot. He does.
I can't move.
And it's a miss. Good deal. Yeah, I tell you, between this AO just being, engulfed in flames, and the sheer amount of enemies on the field, the fog of war is real. The Faceless advances. It chose not to attack Mortull, instead passing Mortull up. However, it does do a 160 and points at him. Let's go ahead and have Mortull get out of there. Perhaps off to the left would be more advantageous. So, it's gonna head over here, has to stay clear of all that fire and acid. Speaking of fire,
Closing on target position now.
Sushikat is gonna drop down to ground level. She will approach, and she will light these bastards up by means of her flamethrower.
They have been destroyed.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to see.
Good to go.
As to Fintroll, reloads, draws his sidearm, he's firing at the Faceless. And he scores a hit. That Faceless is almost finished. And in order to attempt to finish him, Skeptic is going to close in. And she does just that. Skeptic is, of course, formerly of Delta Squad. She joined Echo, well, on the one hand, because she wants to get back into the field. On the other hand, because she too is from the UK, so are several members of this squad, so she identifies with them. Titanium opens up on and hits and kills I think that was a stun lancer. Again, I apologize if I'm misidentifying some of these enemies. Stealer moves up, finds a target, shoots and hits.
Enemy down.
I want to say that was the officer. He looked red. Then again, there's fire everywhere. I'm having a hard time getting my head... You know, actually, let me take 5. Because my head's going to explode. There's just too much going on. Scratch that. I'm going to grab some belts and wrap them around my gourd. Okay, I did it. We're good. Now let's see if my now secured noggin can wrap itself around the action unfolding on screen. Fintroll is going to utilize his grappling hook and move over to this second container shelter. And he'll go into cover.
On Overwatch.
Overwatch for him as the Sushikat.
Roger that.
She's going to advance. She too
Got it covered.
will go into Overwatch. Skeptic's going to move up.
Moving
She's going
to
for this
position.
gear, although it puts her dangerously close to that fire. But that's cool. I mean, she's got the gear. She can keep moving.
Located.
And you know, I think,
I'm on it.
yeah, that would serve her best. Titanium. We'll come back to him. Let's have Steeler move up.
Now.
That's kind of foolish. Yeah, she maneuvered over there in between 2 fires. Oh well. And Titanium will take her previous position.
Overwatch.
Overwatch for Titanium. Mortull is going to move off to the left here. He's going to go after this particular civilian.
Why are you standing around? Go!
And you know, he just runs right up to these civilians just in the chance that they're faceless. He'll get off a blade storm attack. And he finds good cover. And that Guardian in the distance continues to fire at civilians. This time, it missed its mark.
Fire's getting close here.
Yeah, we knew it would, Steeler. We knew it would. Okay, so Fintroll's gonna continue
I'm on it.
to advance. This time, he's climbing up to this high ground and getting this civilian out. No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
Scanning.
Good deal.
That's affirmative.
Sushikat moving forward to this tree and fence.
Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch, Skeptic will move over by her. And also, Overwatch, Titanium, moving over to near Skeptic's previous position. He's just following her around. Or was that Steeler? Again, the confusion, the fog of war. It's getting to me, folks. Finally, we'll have Mortull move up to this next civilian.
You're safe. Now get
And that civvy is secure. Oh hell. That attracted the attention of the Guardian and its accompanying sectoids. Skeptic opens fire, scores a hit. Sushikat opens fire. No good, but she did nail that car. Maybe that's the Guardian's mode of escape.
Not even close.
Okay, maybe not. She corrected me. I mean, it did feel as if she were correcting me. Here, all I was saying is that could be the Guardian's car, and she fires back with not even close. Well, excuse me. No need to be snippy about it. Anyhow, Mortull is gonna deploy a ice pack, thereby freezing the Guardian. And our past experiences tell us that these Guardians don't stay in the frozen state for very long. But it'll help. In the meantime, Steeler is going to inspire a squad mate. She'll inspire Skeptic.
You have the power.
You have the power. Hearkening to He-Man. Or in this case, She-Ra. And she's doing this for Skeptic mainly because Skeptic is carrying an EMP bomb, which our past experiences tell us devastate these Guardians. Granted, the Guardian's already devastated by the loss of his car. Okay, I'm over it. So we've got another Faceless on the grid. That makes 4 X-rays. 2 sectoids, 1 Guardian, and 1 Faceless. 1 sectoid maneuvers and sets about, well, raising the dead. As to the other sectoid, it moves up to the burning car, a bad position. And it decides to...
What's happening?
Oh, damn.
This is a riot.
Panic Skeptic. So in her panic, she also moves by the burning car. Again, a bad position. I don't know what happened there. I heard a gunshot, but kinda glitchy. The Faceless moves up. Looks like it's aiming at Mortull. Swing and a hit. Not too much damage, though. And the Guardian's car explodes, damaging both the sectoid and Skeptic, of course. Now, Fintroll's gonna aim at that sectoid, and he finishes the thing off.
X-ray neutralized.
So, 3 on the grid. Sectoid, Guardian, and Faceless.
Affirmative, covering now.
Sushikat is gonna advance.
On the move.
She's gonna attempt to, take that Faceless out of the equation after all. It did just swing at Mortull. And she cuts that nasty creature down.
Hostile neutralized. That's it, I'm out.
I'm on it.
Titanium advances. He too has an EMP bomb. And this should put us over the top in terms of damage to that Guardian. Hell yeah, Guardian down. Only 1 X-ray remains on the grid. And that
Affirmative, moving
is a
out.
measly sectoid. Let's see if Steeler can finish it off. Well, damn.
Negative
I mean,
damage.
she's a psyops, specialist. She's not a marksman, okay? Mortall's gonna have to step in. And he takes care of business.
Only the best.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Hell yeah. Nice work, Echo Squad. Despite having incurred 2 injuries, Echo Squad breaks into celebration once aboard the Sky Ranger, for they know that they've proved themselves to XCOM. And the celebration certainly extends to the Bridge of the Avenger, where Senior Command has come to the realization that they have yet another adept squad among their ranks. And I dare say that even Colonel Van Dorn sees this as, well, what's the word? Bittersweet. Yes, he doesn't like to be proved wrong. And he has come to the conclusion that he will no longer be taken to the field. But privately, he can't help but grin at the notion that they have yet another capable squad. So, hell yeah, Echo Squad, nice work indeed. And as stated, it was a bit of a confusing AO. I had trouble keeping track of things, and certainly so did the senior command. But these guys and gals come from fighting in the jungle, so they're used to that crap. As to promotions, Titanium gets to choose between Restoration and... well, actually, that's no choice at all. Look at Restoration, that's amazing. It essentially sends the gremlin around to every squad mate, either reviving them or otherwise healing them. I didn't even know that skill existed. And as for Skeptic, she's gonna go for, run and gun. But yeah, that was amazing work. This squad will definitely fit right in. As to material gains, we picked up some Advent data, which is sorely needed, and a slew of corpses.
Hello, Commander.
Hello, spokesman. I mean, you gotta hand it to Echo Squad. Good stuff. I only regret, as I've said before, that those folks from Echo Squad joined us so late in the game, but make no mistake, we'll be seeing much more of them in missions to come. Let's turn our attention to the geoscape. We are reminded of a supply drop, but we're also alerted to an abandoned camp which will yield us intel. We need that intel, so we're gonna set course there.
New course.
And we need the intel to make contact with the remaining resistance cells around the globe. So, we will initiate this scan.
Hate to do this, but you're the only one who can pull this off. You know I'd go myself if I could.
The gateway is primed. Is the subject prepared?
Ready. I hardwired what was left of the Codex brain into Rover. It should be emitting the same signal the Codex used to pass through the gateway.
Excellent. Let us begin. We've already seen the Codex opening a similar rift in the field. I am sure your device will be fine.
There. We're set to record across all spectrums. Remember, go in, take some quick readings, then come right back through. Okay? Whoa. Are you seeing this?
It appears our signal has been received. Increasing power.
Doesn't look like any place we've been before. Or any place on Earth, for that matter.
Perhaps this is the source. The aliens' seat of power, if you will. Secure beyond any physical limitations.
Only one way to find out. Go on. We're counting on you. That is definitely not fine, Doctor.
The process did work. There was an instant where the device was in between locations. However, once that occurred, the gateway called for a second signature, an organic signature. When we could not provide one, it generated a sort of feedback pulse.
Obviously.
If the Codex creates the door, this organic signature must surely be the key.
Well, we better make sure we have the right key before we try again. I would hate for this to occur to something organic.
Agreed. I'll report our findings to the commander immediately. We are now prepared to autopsy the body of the powerful being we recovered, Commander. I feel that we may be on the cusp of attaining a complete understanding of this avatar we have long sought.
We're gonna send troops to that portal and it's gonna be crazy.
I await your orders, Commander.
Let's get some more data, Tygan.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Did he assume that?
Despite the unexpected outcome of our tests on the alien psionic gate, I firmly believe the experiment itself was absolutely critical to our future operations. We now understand exactly how the gateway functions, and what will be required should we attempt to pass through. Still, I must admit, I do feel some regret over the damage done to Shen's gremlin, even if it is only a machine.
Don't sweat it, Ty. We have plenty more gremlins in storage. Or at least I assume we do. Anyhow, we will continue the scan for this intel. And it appears that Steeler has concluded another leg of her training. As for her next endeavor, I think she's going to get into Soulfire here. Yeah, why not? And certainly Steeler is grateful that Mortull didn't put up with Van Dorn. And I want to be clear, Van Dorn is not the bad guy. If anything, he's just discipline personified. Which was far more needed in early game, not so much here in the last season. But he certainly has a role to play. And I think that if Advent is defeated, the world after Advent will need people like Colonel Van Dorn.
Setting course for Sector 16, Indonesia.
So we're heading off to Indonesia to re-establish contact with the resistance cell there. We did make contact with them, but we lost it when we failed a mission. I think that was Charlie Squad's mission. So we have to make contact again. Hellfire. Nice. That might be a fitting replacement for Sushikat's flamethrower. In essence, I think it is an upgraded version of that. Okay, so we've got new targets acquired, but rather than move on that now, we will save that for the next episode. So yeah, we'll leave this episode here. But I think it was awful nice to see Echo Squad in action.
Resources by not conducting any research. Please consider providing us with a directive as soon as possible.
Yeah, we really have nothing to do, Dr. Tygan, in terms of research, and I think that's a testament to how well we've done. Anyhow, yeah. I guess that's all there is to this episode. Again, welcome, Echo Squad. You're a boon to our manpower. So, thanks for joining me. This is Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this, and as usual, if you are subscribed, I will talk to you soon, friends.